Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor. Here's another one. This Boat Doctor out here running this 27 Pacific Explorer for Wayne. I figured it out on your electronics is what I thought. As far as there was just too much going on, especially with that shaded and that raster chart. And it was 32 gig chip, so I took it out, left the 16 and 8 in both front and rear. And then I'm gonna check out your, what they call fishing map, they call it, with the 3D. I'll check that out when I'm out there. He's got the hailer horn, he's got the lights, got the light up front, got the heck of a spool winch right here. So anyway, they throw me the keys and they say, here, figure it out, how to run it, how to start it, and how everything works. So here I am. VHF antenna. I really don't need to put this thing up, to be honest with you, because it'll read you got the good antenna. There's your light, but I'll put it up anyway. Lock it. There you go. And then if you notice, I tied this off up to here and this back line to here. So say if that wind shifted and went out of the north all of a sudden, I can do it from inside the boat instead of jumping out here, holding onto the boat and then jumping back in. He does have rear deck steering, but if you didn't have that, you'd have to go all the way to the front. You could trip, you could fall, so it just makes it easier. He's got the rear deck, twin 200s, rear entry door. So this is what I have to do. They say, here's the keys. Check everything, make sure it works. Okay, well, so first of all, you got to turn the batteries on. Right here, just on. Don't turn it on the yellow. It ain't gonna hurt if you do, but that's if, like say, your engine battery started, you ran out of juice, you could always go to yellow and draw from the house enough to fire that motor up and then fire up the other motor. And circuit breaker, waterproof, right here. Those are your 110, for your main house batteries, refrigerator, stove. You know, if you have electric, auto bilge pump, so on. You got the rear entry lights. So we got that on. So he's got a battery under there. He's got a battery there, battery charger. And here's to pump out the toilet right there. Macerator, auto bilge, change those once a year. Primer bulbs, boom, boom. And then he added these two batteries, these are starting batteries. And he added the two house batteries and then updated his starting batteries the way it should have been. Fish boxes, fish box. So live well, we turn the batteries up. There you go. So, yeah, it's pumping out underneath the boat. So that works. Live well, you gotta have this switch on. So I'm gonna leave it on. And then I'm gonna leave this open for right now. Force down, that works. Now you have to have the key switch on to activate this and start the motors, but I have the key off. This is for the kicker motor. Okay, this isn't plugged in. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in real quick, just to make sure. And always when I try to do it, it's always a bummer. That should go in there. Let's try this one. There we go. Around here. Take this off for now. Flick this switch. On. It works. So then we can take this back again, wrap it around. There you go. Kicker motor. Tuna bar. That's a nice setup. I like how he did that. Now CFI, that makes it sweet. I'm doing this now because it ain't pouring down and raining. Trim it all the way down, and again, this is fuel injected, so just turn the key fires up. The cables are a little stiff, I noticed. There's reverse. See, then to get it back in, I'm gonna write that down in my notes. Turn it off. Then he's got a Garmin unit back here. And I left the 16 and the 8 gig in here because it didn't really make much of a difference. So you can turn it on from here, which I'm doing right now. It's got your backlight, bathroom. Put this here. That's on demand. Yeah, that works. So bonus here. And then there's the switch for that. Then I'm going to go up here, turn this on for your ignition. Come back here, you got to hit station. That's got to be solid blue. Fire it up, fire it up. So anything you can do up there, you can do back here. Plus you got the automatic zip weight trim tab, so you can put it on auto. So you're good to go. Hit agree. And you'll notice I just turned this thing on. And that should load up. There's your maps right there. Then I go up here. And the fan, like I said, it right there. It ain't coming on. You should have a low and a high. That sounds a little loud to me. So they may check that out. There's also, see, you already loaded your maps on this one as well. The other one, it took forever to load, and we're right where we should be right here. Then take that cover off. And that's, yeah, maintenance required. And I'll see if I can't get that off. Standard engine, maintenance required. Confirm, confirm, just keep hitting that. Okay, that's defrosting it. The live well, I gotta have that switch on. Water flow, working. So I'm gonna pump this off. The reason for that back there is that if you did hit this switch on there, it ain't pouring water in there. Let's see where we're at here. Yep, we're right where we should be. Stop panning. Distance to destination. Now he's got double numbers here. He doesn't have to have this, so you can edit this right here. Options, edit, data, sidebar, and then it has something about double corners. You don't want that. See, and I can get that off. I don't know if he wanted that on there for a reason, because if you do your destination stuff, I'll mess with this when I'm out there. See if he has it here. No, so it was just on that one right here, and I can change that just by going in here, edit overlays, left bar, autopilot, off, data bar, sidebar, double corners, double sidebars. Nope, we don't want that. Back. See what it's going to do? It's going to put them up over there. So options again, edit overlays, data, sidebar. I wonder if this is off. Yeah, there you go. I got rid of it, I think. Yeah, okay. Whoop. Did it again. Edit, data, sidebar. There's my numbers. No depth. Then you want to hit your power button. You want to enable all the sonars. Then you'll notice your depths coming up right there. And that usually means that you're on a route. Waypoints. No. Go out. Should say right here to cancel that, but anyway, we'll move on. We'll get to that later. I have to go through all that anyway. So now we got both motors running. That blue light's on. I can put it in gear. Boom, boom. Forward, boom. Bathroom works. You got the stove. I'm going to go ahead and fire this up just to make sure this is running. That's how you turn your fridge on, by this switch right here. Then you hold this until you see those lights flashing. There. Once they come on, let it go. Don't turn this thing off. I'll turn on the main heat later. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that light well off. Cabin lights, they work. Nav lights work. Light well we got shut off. Courtesy lights, yep, on the very back by that door, they work. I'm gonna shut that off. Yeah. Oh. Wiper. Wiper. Horn. That works. Your lights worked. Start buttons, key switch, auto pitch and roll. He's got that on auto. I'm going to kick it off towards his pitch and roll. Hit confirm. Tack works. Full tank of fuel. Spotlights. That's on. That works. That works. There goes the heater. I hear it firing up. I'm going to go to video number 2.